All right, welcome in to my vlog channel. This is Jeremy. You might know me as the Quartering or whatever else. And today we're going to return to the scene of the crime where I hurt my knee. We're going to talk a little bit about YouTube revenue, what people can make on YouTube. And, also we'll talk a little bit about, go over things with my dogs, show you a little bit of the dog life. They get about 2.5 hours of play every day. So they go on 2 walks, then they swim during the summer. And when they don't swim, they do agility. And we set up an agility course in the yard, but it was tearing up the yard and it didn't look great. So we moved into this outside building where I blew up my knee moving things. But we'll take a little look and we'll do a little tour around the office and try to do a little bit more interesting stuff, be a little more mobile. All right, back at the scene of the crime with old Huckapuppa and Ani Bonnie. Ruby Dooby! Little echoey, but a lot of people wanted to know how I hurt myself. Well, there we go. Ruby, come here. Come here. Come here. Ruby. Oh. And there she goes. Come here. Ruby, up. Come on. Go on, all the way. No. Ruby, come on. Go on, all the way down. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on down here. There you go, good girl. There she goes back up and down. So anyway, I was setting up this agility course in here, which Ruby does very well. Huck is not a lover of it. Huck, will you come up? Come here. Ruby, come on up. There you go on. Yes, good girl. Come on, Huck, this way. Up. Go on, you can do it. Yeah, come on. Hucky, come on, this way. Come on. Show them how it's done, Ruby. Go on, there you go. Come on, Huck. Come here. Well, he's pretty. Come here. Come. Huck, come. Come here. Come on. Come on. Up. Come on. Ruby, come. Ruby, come here. There you go. Down. Go on all the way. And they'll do this is obviously, Ruby, come here. Come here, this way. Up. Oh, go on there. Okay. There you go. Yeah, you did that. Let's see if they could do it's all a mess right now. It's not fixed. Come here. Up, Ruby, come on. Here, up. Ruby, come here. Come on. Ruby, come. Come on. Go on. There you go. Yes. Go on. You forgot to get up all the way. Go on. There you go. Yeah, there you go. So this is not set up yet, but we're gonna have tubes in here to go underneath stuff. These are traffic cones that we're gonna set up to go between them. I gotta clean up that stuff yet, move my plow somewhere. Hucky, you've disappointed the internet. But yeah, that's the indoor course, the beginnings of anyway. These dogs need a lot of running, a lot of attention, a lot of agility work. Otherwise they become insufferable buttholes constantly. Ruby is kind of our star pupil in a way. Let's see here. I can get a frisbee toss for you. Ready, Ruby? Drop it. Oh, she didn't catch it. Terrible. You've disappointed me, Ruby. Aniban. Here, let's try this one. Leave it. There you go. So they like to run around a lot. We have trails and stuff for them, but yeah, we'll get to the rest of the stuff coming up. All right, now that we're back in, just a look at the office. It's changed since a lot of people have been here. That's a little jam area. That's the first base I ever got. That's a new base I have that I haven't quite switched over from. I restored this base. This base is like 20 years old. My girlfriend at the time, who's now my wife, bought this for me from Mars Music, which I don't think is around anymore. And so replaced all the electronics, cleaned it up, it looks nice. So where I play, got my Telecaster here. Just have this Princeton reverb amp, which is really nice. And I just use one of these little Mark basses for the bass amp. They're totally fine, plenty loud, plenty loud. Also the 3D printing area, a lot of people have wondered what's going on with that. Well, I have all my filament down here and other places too. I use a Bamboo HD2 and even actually the X1 Carbon still, and splitters so that I can print 16 colors or something at a time. I think the most I've ever printed is like 3 or 4, and it creates a lot of waste. And then to the studio area, not a lot going on here. Just wood paneling and walls, a couple of lights mounted to the ceiling. That's it. And a DSLR camera, which you don't even need. You know, honestly, if you're just starting on YouTube, a simple webcam for $100. I still use the webcam for video conferencing and stuff like that. But I mean, this whole setup costs about $200. $75 for the sheet panel and a $50 Chinesium shelf from Amazon. Here's my records, which I like to play. And then the Unsleeved Media set, which is basically dead now. That channel is, we only have so much time in the world, so I'm in the process of taking that down and creating more space to play music. And here's Colt, little guy. All right, well, the big question that a lot of people ask or have is, what's the money like on YouTube? You have millions of subscribers. You must be a multi-millionaire. That's not really how it works. First and foremost, the biggest misconception is subscribers equal money. They don't. The only thing that matters is views. If you would give me a choice between having 10,000 subscribers or 10,000 views, obviously, and 100 subscribers and 10,000 views, it'd be the views. Because subscribers are just a number, and if they aren't actually watching your content, you don't make any money. When I started out doing this, it was crazy wild, wild west time. Everything was very vertically integrated. It was not uncommon for a popular channel in this space to make $75,000 to $100,000 a month during peak, Marvel insanity. You want to know why everyone was making all those Brie Larson videos? Well, it's because most people were making more money than they ever could have imagined, and it truly is a blessing. That was a long time ago. The era of the $100,000 months, it's dead. Unless you're super huge, right? The space itself has changed so much over the years that most creators, instead of being vertically integrated, meaning just I have this one channel, I pummel it, I put out 5 videos a day, it's great, 6 videos a day, that space is dead. Now, you have to create shorts, whether they're low effort, whoa, look at these shorts like I do because I hate making shorts and I'm not like a teenage TikTok girl, or, they're well-edited shorts. People can do shorts and do well, but the money is very different between the two. So when you look at revenue nowadays, it used to be you could just survive on YouTube alone. Now, when I was having months like that on YouTube, it's important to keep in mind, I had 5 full-time staffers, full-time assistant, 3 video editors, and a graphics designer. Average salary about $6,500 per person. And I also pay 50% in tax. So people hear $100,000 and they're like, whoa, that's a crazy number. Well, after you pay your staff, that's $60,000. After you pay your taxes, that's about $30,000, which is still insane, stupid, crazy good money. That's what peak YouTube was like for about 1 million subs kind of thing. Nowadays, it's very different. You have to do shorts which pay almost nothing. Maybe you make on a 1 million view video, you might make $1,000, $2,000 or something like that. A million view short, you make about $30. It's a numbers game though. People say, why are you doing so many shorts, Jeremy? Well, because it's a numbers game. Now I get, across my multiple channels, about 50 million shorts views a month. So you can do the math. It's not a lot, but it helps pay my staff. And the business model is so different now than when I started on YouTube. And the money is much, much, much harder to make. The 100,000 a month is dead now. That's just not going to happen. But what people do is, you go wide, like my body, okay? So I have a main channel. I have my Jeremy Hambley channel. I have Quartering Live. I have my live stream revenue. But all of this is, I used to work 3 hours a day when YouTube was crazy good. Now I work about 10 to 12 hours a day just to make a significant percentage less than what it used to be. But you go wide. My coffee company, okay? We do a couple $100,000 in sales a month. Pretty good. Do well on Amazon. We're rolling out to Walmart. I suspect once we're in Walmart, sales will probably double. If at minimum, margins will double because Walmart takes much less than Amazon. But again, Coffee Brand Coffee has employees. It has graphics team. It has customer service people, which is now me. But it has, people I have to pay to run the roasters. People I have to pay to do fulfillment. People I have to pay to put the K-Cups in a K-Cup box. People I have to pay to buy the beans. People I have to pay to do advertising. People I have to pay to run my Shopify website. My website alone costs about $2-3 grand a month. So a lot of people get caught up in the numbers and they're like, oh my God, this guy, he makes $100 grand a month. He must be a billionaire. By the time it's all said and done, I make a decent living, a very good living, one that I'm very blessed to have. But it's only because I've then now decided to put in all these extra hours of work, right? So let's use a number. Let's say 50,000 a month, 60,000 a month. You could probably still do that with one channel. But if you want to make what you used to make 4 or 5 years ago, you need multiple channels. You need to do shorts. You need to do some side business, whether it's coffee or t-shirts or merch or something like that. I've never done well with merch. My viewers generally don't care for the merch I put out, and I think the merch I put out isn't very good. So there's that. I think my family bought most of my t-shirts and stuff like that I sold. But it's a wild thing. So for people that want to start out, I just wanted to answer the question kind of first and foremost, but then lead it more into people that want to just start out and are thinking, well, how can I make money on YouTube? Well, here's what I would say. The path is more difficult than ever. But if you're willing to put in the work, you can still do all right. I think it's totally reasonable for any geek off the street to make $5,000 a month on YouTube. It's 100% reasonable. $3,000 to $5,000 a month within a year. If you're doing it for extra income, if you stay dedicated. But the way you do that now is so different. When I started it out, it was like find a wave, ride that wave until it's in the ground, and then ride it 10 feet underneath the ground. A la Brie Larson, The Last of Us 2 controversy, Jack Murphy, all these like internet trends. You used to just be able to ride them, make your money, then jump on to the next one. It doesn't really work like that anymore. People get bored with stuff. They're inundated with stuff everywhere. So if I was starting a new channel today, right now, what I would be doing is focusing on short form content exclusively. Yes, it pays pennies compared to long form content, but the level of competition in short form content is much lower. If you focused on putting out 3 to 5 short form videos a week, one a day, in whatever niche that it is that you like, you will grow. But the way you do it now is very different. Back then you'd get lucky. YouTube might put you on the homepage. You get a bunch of subscribers. Like during Brie Larson era, I probably gained 500,000 subscribers. It's like playing in a poker tournament. You win one big hand, and then you ride it. Hey, Poppy, were you in the pool? Don't knock that over. My big pot was Brie Larson, then The Last of Us. And then in the downtimes, you got to survive. You can't keep chasing the same thing over and over again because your viewers will get bored. We saw this a lot with Johnny Depp. There were a lot of channels that made their bones covering the Johnny Depp trial, but then they forgot what their core was and now their channels are dead. You can't only cover Charlie Kirk conspiracy theories because that will become 100% of viewership, and when that goes away, all your viewership goes away. So you have to remain diverse in your content. That's something that I think I learned before a lot of other people. Leave that be, Hockey. Yes, it was easy to poop out a Brie Larson video that would get 100,000 views every single day, but you still had to put out those other random videos that might get 30,000 views or 10,000 or even 5,000 views, because you don't want to oversaturate into one particular thing, because people, their tastes change, and they change faster than they ever have before. Trends that used to last months last days now. The Brie Larson saga lasted almost a whole year. That would never happen in modern YouTube. So if I were starting out, it would be short form content to break in, and then supplement it with long form content to make money. On YouTube, for example, you need to get at least to 4,000 hours of viewed time to reach monetized levels, or 10 million shorts views. Now you might say at 10 million shorts views, that's impossible. It's really not. The pool you're swimming in with shorts is so much more vast, where what people see on the YouTube search page when they're looking for long form videos, it's microscopic. There will never be another channel that rises up and does commentary. That space is dead. If you think, I want to make a video and be lazy and read news articles like Jeremy, it'd be very hard to make it, because just the way the YouTube search algorithm is now. But it would not be hard to reproduce what I do in short form. If you do short form content, you can put it on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube Shorts. You shoot one video, you put it 4 places. You do the same thing with your long form. You embrace all other platforms, not just YouTube because you think that's where the quickest money is. You have to build an entire brand these days, which means you're uploading to BitChute, Gab, X, Blue Sky, every possible way you can reach people. You have to do that to even have a puncher's chance of making it. And that's the biggest change that I've seen in YouTube over the past 10 years. You can't just put out a video and get 1 million views. That's never going to happen again, unless you're astroturfed by YouTube, or you're a Hollywood celebrity, or you have an existing big following somewhere else. The way to really do it is to stay dedicated, daily, and consistent. Every day. That's why I work every day. I don't take holidays off. I don't take vacations. I don't take anything. You just have to work. And view it as a job, but view it as a part-time job, especially when you're starting out. Don't think I'm going to quit my job and become a YouTuber or a streamer or whatever. I worked full-time and did YouTube full-time for years and years before I ever quit my day job. And even then, I still kept clients on the side. I used to run a search marketing agency. Because, to give you a perfect example, last month on YouTube was my best month in almost a year. Amazing month. The month before that was half of what all my averages were. You can have huge spikes and huge valleys on YouTube, depending on if you're a trend follower like I am, or a news trend follower, or the key is evergreen content. Chasing the news cycle is really hard. It wears you out. It frays your family relationships. It frays your free time. You're constantly tied to your phone. It's the golden handcuffs. Nobody wants to hear people complain, but very few people want to put in that work. I remember when Luke Rodowski and I were eating dinner. We're eating dinner with my wife, and Joe Biden stepped down. we had to leave dinner, left my wife sitting at the table to go outside and record a video. That's degenerate behavior. It's not great, but that's the job that we both chose. And so we had to do that. I'm at bowling. Somebody takes a shot at the president. I have to go, leave my bowling game, shoot a video. I would not recommend breaking news for anybody who's not a complete psychopath workaholic. And when you're talking about the kind of content you want to make, it has to be stuff that you're actually interested in. People are better than ever at spotting frauds, grifters, people who don't really have the convictions that they believe. Candace Owens, for example, she was never Charlie Kirk's friend. Everybody knows that now more than ever. You have to be authentic. And you have to be willing to have people make fun of you, people hate you, people do stupid, insane stuff, because that's part of being online too. The stuff doesn't bother me, it's just part of it, but I've been doing it for so long, it's not for everybody. To circle back to if you were going to start out today again, let me give you the secret sauce, and this still only has like a 1% success rate. You have to make short form content and you have to stream. If you're smart about it, you stream, you make short form content out of your stream, you make clips out of your stream for VODs. This is the way the industry is. The concept, like this vlog channel will never have more than 10,000 subscribers ever. And I had the huge advantage of having a couple 100,000 people see me promote the channel. But the long tail of this channel will be short form vlogs, short form IRL stuff, short form this, the long form vlogs will stay. But without live streams and without short form, you'll never make it. You might say you hate shorts. Well, if you hate shorts and you can't make them, you won't make it today. It's a part of it. You have to do it. It's just the truth. Nobody just turns on their live stream and gets 100,000 subscribers. You need to do short form. You need to be on every platform. Like I said, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, everything. And you build your audience there. And then gradually you can try to funnel people to one preferred location. Dedicated. Every single day you have to upload. Every day. Every day. No excuses. If you have to take a day off, film a day in advance. If you don't upload every day, people forget about you. It's the goldfish brain of the world. Look at Huck. Chilling over in his swimming pool. Hey, good boy. So, what was I saying? Every day. You have to make time. You have to make time for your, you have to make time for the rest of your life. That's for sure. But you also have to understand that it's a massive sacrifice to make things work. And you have to get somewhat good with technology. I'm dealing with this framing issue right now. But let's talk about equipment real quick. You don't need a lot. I'm filming this on a DJI Osmo Pocket 3. It comes with a microphone. I think it's like $300. You could use this all you want. Your cell phone. It's all you need. I would recommend getting a DJI mic, or there are other brands out there, sure, make some mics and whatever the case may be, but you don't need a lot of equipment. You need a cell phone and good audio. The one thing people will not put up with is bad audio. Every day, good audio. Find a niche that you like making content about. Don't make content just to chase trends, because you'll end up like me, where you have to sacrifice your entire life anytime news breaks. But it is totally possible for you, the viewer of this video, to follow this method, and by this time next year, be making $3,000 to $5,000 a month on YouTube. It's totally possible. I'm talking combined, I guess, across YouTube, TikTok, everywhere, right? What you do with your short form content is you use it to promote your long form content. So you do shorts, and then you do a short and you're like, hey, I uploaded this vlog, or uploaded a 20-minute video about this, or you use your long form, you create a short out of it and use that short to promote the long video. That's the key. Shorts are great for reach, nothing better for reach, period. If you use them as a gateway to your long form content, you can make some money. Me, I'm doing everything in reverse. Basically, I'm at the end of my career, trying to hang on for as many years as I possibly can. And what I want to do is use this vlog channel to share some of what I've learned so that there can be a new generation of content creators coming up that could take my spot. Every day, embrace short form, embrace every platform, and stay with it. It's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen after months. It may never happen. But the only way to success is to commit to it and do it daily. If you don't, you will have no chance. And by the way, the fancy editing and stuff like that is irrelevant these days. You can ask AI about that too. When I started doing these vlogs, I was like, oh, should I do like jump cuts and this, that, and the other thing? People don't want that. You don't have to be good with editing. You don't have to be, you just have decent audio, be committed, and do it for a year and see where you're at. It's nice out here. I've been very blessed. And I got lucky. And that's the last thing I'm going to talk about. You need a lot of luck. I'm not the best guy that ever did this. I'm not even the 10th best guy that ever did this. But I got lucky. I was creating the right content at the right time, and I was smart enough to recognize it and ride the wave. And you too will have to do that. And get lucky. You can work as hard as you want. You can buy as many lottery tickets as you want, but you still have to get lucky. People see the pie at the end, right? The end product. They're like, oh, this guy, he barely works. He doesn't say, look, all this. I've been working about 100 hours a week for, 10 years straight. I've taken one vacation and I worked on that vacation. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm saying that's a level of commitment it takes. And you have to, and once you get to size, you're going to need help. And you're going to need to hire employees. It's not as simple as just turning a camera on. People see Nick Shirley's final product, for example. It goes mega viral. That was a product of months of work. He had a team of people with him. Months and months of work. It's not as easy as people think. And so it's still possible, though. I'm hoping that I'm still around making videos in 2 to 3 years, but that's probably going to be about retirement time for me. The internet will have moved on from me. My career has lasted way longer than it should have. Most political commentators, like for every Tim Pool in the Quartering or Steven Crowder, there's 100,000 people that shone brightly but fell off. Generally because people get complacent, they stop working hard, and they get lazy. Never get lazy. If you want to make content just for fun, cool. If you want it to be a job, treat it like a job. If you enjoyed this, let me know what topic you'd like me to discuss in the next video. If I can do some interviews, I can do stuff like that. But right now I have just all this stuff that I want to talk about and share with people and kind of create an archive here on this vlog channel to try and help people get their YouTube channel started and help them get, following my path, do way better than I ever did. And, I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next Tuesday. Remember, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 6 p.m. Eastern.